Howdy folks, it's Diecast here again, and it's time for a brand new series for the channel. We're going to be playing FlatOut 2. We're going to be doing a career playthrough on this, and this will be something that I will truly enjoy doing. I grew up playing this game, and it's one of the most underrated racing games, I think, ever. This game has a damage engine from the time of 2006 that's probably second to none. This has been an absolute amazing achievement in racing game history and one of the best games on the PS2 in my opinion. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So here is basically how the career mode works. You start with buying your first car, and you go into race and you earn money and you can upgrade it and you can get better cars and stuff. Well, there's three different classes in the game of vehicles. You have first one, which is Derby class, which is these are Derby cars, and then you're gonna have I think it's race class, which is like vintage race cars. Not vintage, but it's like just muscle cars with like road racing decals on it. These are like junkyard cars. And then the last class, which is street class, and you get like tuned street racing cars. But anyways, so you start off with a junker, and what we're going to do is we're going to be picking the best car we want. Like this one right here is really good for demolition derbies, but this one is much better in racing. I think we're going to go with this, and we're going to go with the Malice. Oh, see, we can change the color on it as well. Let's see, what color looks good? I think I kind of like that. We're gonna go with that one. We'll purchase it for $4,000. You can upgrade your cards too. There is, upgradable parts on them. But the damage engine in this game is just absolutely amazing. So here is kind of your career little menu area. So you got your garage. So you got your car. You can click it. You can sell it, get in, you can test your car, do all that fun stuff, and then you got upgrade shop, where you can upgrade just about almost anything you can imagine on these things, and they do cost a good amount of money, but we'll see what we want to do. Of course, different upgrades have different, abilities. Like this one, if we get this will increase our strength, but it will actually, if we get the entry level one, it will actually reduce our acceleration. So we really have to kind of pick and choose what we're going to do to be able to make this work, but we're not going to upgrade anything just yet. And let's go to the car shop, and see, this is what I was talking about with the three classes. So you have derby cars, race cars, and then street cars. So this is kind of what the street cars look like, or not street, race cars. See, they're just kind of like vintage road racing cars. But you'll get into these the further you progress in the game, as the racing gets harder and harder. And then you have the street class, which is absolutely some stunning looking cars, and they're based off real life equivalents, but it's got some really nice looking cars, very nice looking stuff. But yeah, so that's kind of your three tiers of cars. We can kind of look and see what vehicles that we didn't get to see. You have like stuff like this, Switchblade, the Venom. So like you would want to use something like this for the derbies, or use the Roamer. So those are two really good derby vehicles, but you would not want to use the Chili, as that one has a very poor strength rating. So that's kind of the setup for it. So what we're going to be doing is going to Derby level 1. And this is kind of like the career screen. So you have all these different races and stuff. So the first one is the Derby Initiation Cup. So if you win the cup, you get 900 CR, or I'm guessing, I don't know if this is for the entire event or just per race, I don't know. But let's jump right into it. 2 races, 3 laps each. Let's go. Alright, so we're ready to start the race. Here we go. It is about to get crazy. Oh my goodness, it has been so long since I've played this game. My goodness, and we're already wrecking. Oh my lord, they're steering. Oh my god. How do we race this game? Look at the damage. I mean, Just imagine, this game was made in 2006, and it has a better damage engine than 95%, at least 95% of every single racing game ever made. I mean, let's see. Okay, we got. Let's see. Whoa, 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 whoa! Alright, we gotta learn how to drift. I'll tell you that, we gotta learn how to drift. We're getting beat by a Bronco, folks. Oh my goodness, we're off the pace. Pretty bad now. So what's cool in this game is that it's not always just about racing. You can wreck out your opponents and stuff. So if they total their car, their bar goes down a little bit, and you keep doing that, and they'll eventually be knocked out of the race. But in demolition derbies, you know, simple, you know, just be the last car surviving. You do have like some kind of, I wouldn't say mini games, but they're kind of like events where you. One of the cool things about the FlatOut series is it had a feature that was very similar to, I would say, Gary's mod. It had a physics engine where you could basically launch your driver out of the car and hit like targets and stuff. It's really cool. It sounds kind of weird, but I'll have to show you later in this playthrough. But it's really cool. Let me tell you, it is really cool to see it. And this game had so many things for it being released in 2006. I'll tell you, it has so many things going for it. Let's see. Can we check the difficulty? Or is that? Let's see. We'll have to check that in the back at the home screen and see what the difficulty is. I don't believe you can adjust it. I'm not sure. We'll have to look. But right now we are doing pretty well. But again, the races do get harder. This is the first one. The racetracks get much, much more technical. You'll get very, very, very long races. But absolutely, this game is it's a hidden gem. That's really what it is. It's a hidden gem that I just feel like no one really knows how good this game was. And once you've played it, and once you actually get the experience, it is just such an amazing game. Oh my goodness. We're going to tear in this car pretty bad. I mean, look at that. There's the nitrous. Heck yeah. Of course, the game has a kind of an arcade feel to it, but it has so much simulation aspect to it. It blends nicely. You know, it blends nicely. The damage in this game, like if you've played Next Car Game, you will. That's what this game looks like. I've never played that game, but it looks so similar to it. Next Car Game is literally the next FlatOut. You know, people say oh, it's technically not because FlatOut 3 and 4 were released. No, FlatOut 3 and 4 are absolutely garbage. This was the best one in the series. The series dropped off a mountain in 3 and 4. I think it was made by a new company. But as you can see, we are just dominating right now. Oh my goodness. So, my plan for this series is that we're going to be uploading this every Sunday. We'll just have one video on it every Sunday. Kind of something to add to the channel that's unique than just NASCAR content. So that'll be fun, but oh my goodness! That was bad. Yeah, we just damaged the car pretty badly there, but... So we just won the first race. That was crazy. That was crazy indeed. I guess off to the next one. So here is the cash bonus you get. So, as I mentioned before, you can wreck drivers out. See, you get the wrecked bonus down there, crash out, blast out, stuff like that. So, you do get stuff for doing that type of stuff. So, you being the best wrecker, blast master, best wrecker, self-explanatory. Just hit other people. Blast master means you're using the most boost, fastest lap. Just obviously fastest lap. And bulldozer, I think destroying the most objects on the racetrack, I think. I'm not sure on that one. But yeah, I think that's how it works. So let's go look and see if there's any difficulty settings, maybe. Let's see. We'll look and see if there's any difficulty seats. Let's see, maybe game options. I don't believe there is. Okay, so that's cool. Alright, Alright, so garage. What we'll probably do is we'll probably save up our money for a better car. Because like I said, this is an entry-level cup. It's pretty easy. But the ones later on, they require you to have a fast race car. And for the majority of these races, you cannot mess up. Like, you have to be almost perfect to be able to win some of these races. And it only gets harder the more you go, because the street class and the race class, they're super fast. Here we go. New racetrack. I just love the style of this game. It's just like one thing that a lot of people remember from this game is the soundtrack, and that's one thing unfortunately I can't show y'all. But let me tell you, it has anything. It has everything from Rob Zombie to Nickelback. I mean, it's got so many good songs. I mean, it's got so many good songs. This game chose, much like NASCAR Thunder 2004, it chose a absolutely stunning soundtrack, and that's what really helped people remember this game. And it's a shame that video games nowadays just don't have the same thing. I think Madden is a great example. Madden used to have a lot of good rock and roll and a lot of just good songs. Now it's just very bland, cheap, generic pop/rap songs. It's just, no, the soundtracks have gone extremely downhill for most video games. I mean, the WWE games have had a few good soundtracks, so let me tell you folks, the soundtracks on this game was absolutely amazing. And there was another song I think on here. I think it was, I don't know if it was Papa Roach or there was another big name artist that they had on here, and I can't remember, but they had a stunning soundtrack and adding the amazing gameplay. It's just one of the best games of the mid-2000s. You know, Gran Turismo 4 was the best racing game for the PS2 in my opinion. That game right there is amazing, and we just creamed it to a tree, but that game's amazing. FlatOut 2 brought a lot of new stuff to the console. I mean, because of course they had FlatOut 1, which was on the PS2, and it was a very, very, very good game. But FlatOut 2 brought the same thing and added on to it. It's very rare that a game can really, a sequel does much worse than its predecessor. And I think the same thing goes for movies. I've seen so many good movies that were just just a absolute smash hit, and they make a second one and it's not even in. When people talk about the first one, they don't even mention the second one because it was just that bad. So we won this cup pretty easy. Like I said though, the cups do get much harder in the gameplay. Oh my goodness, they're just destroying our car. Yeah, the demolition derbies and stuff are my favorite. You can do a lot of cool stuff in this game. The racetracks vary extremely. Not only do you have these off-road kind of technical tracks, you have a few street tracks, but get this folks, you actually have you even have a NASCAR track on here where it's like a circle, oval, and you actually get to go full throttle pretty much. It's super fun. We got fastest lap again, but you also get, so you have that, and then you get to have some realistic dirt races too, 8-track stuff. Okay, so we won this, the Derby Initiation Cup. So there we go, we got a little bit of spending money now. We unlocked the high jump event, and this is something I'll have to show y'all how that system works. So we have won the first thing. Let's go look and see what we got in the Derby. So we got Sunday Smash Up. I want to unlock this one right here, the gas station derby. That one's fun. So we got the high jump. This one is crazy. So you have to pick a car to go to do this in. I know these cars look crazy, I know, but it's fun. Let's go with a rocket. I think it's called rocket. I don't know. So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to try to get as much speed as you can, and then you're going to press a button, and you're going to launch the guy, your driver, up in the air like a rag doll. This is pretty much the tutorial. That's kind of what you're supposed to do. So you have these jet engines on the back of the car. You gotta weave and bob through these things, and then once you get here, you have to just stop and then fire your guy at a certain angle. I mean, look at this, guys. Look at this. And he just sticks to it like Velcro. I mean, look at that. It's crazy. I don't even know what button I'm supposed to press. Okay, X. Okay. Now, these little game mode things. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. Rip, dude. You can also control it with the left and right analog, but man, yeah, that was bad. But as I was saying, when you do these events, the stadium has music that plays, and the music is actually realistic. It actually has the equalizer kind of effect, or stadium sound effect, where it's kind of echoing like you would hear like on a radio maybe, or just at a stadium. It's really cool. It's super hard to get by with these things, by the way. So like right here, I remember playing this game trying over and over and over again to hit the top jumps here. So I mean, we got 7. We have to get a crap load. So we're just gonna go ahead and restart this. Because we're at 2. I can't remember my absolute favorite one. They had basketball too. They had basketball, I think maybe football too. They had all these little sport deals they would do. It was super cool, and my goodness, that was a good one. Dang. We were 3 points shy of the lead. We're kind of learning the system better. But the game has aspects of an arcade game, but it enables it in a way that is very good to the player, to the gamer, in a way that doesn't feel cheap or gimmicky. It feels fun, and that's what I love about this game so much. Awesome. So unless Sally Taylor has a terrible one, we'll get second. If we can just get a solid run here. It'd be super easy without these darn cones in our way, but the stupid cones don't help us at all. And we'll be getting... Boom. That should be good at least for third. So we got third. I'll take it. I will take it, folks. Oh my goodness. We got third place with $400 there, that much. So, the next one is the Sunday Smash Derby, which we can go ahead and, let's see. The next one is the Sunday Smash Derby, which we will cover in the next episode. As you can see, there's a lot of different stuff. So, a lot of cool stuff for this, and I absolutely will enjoy doing this playthrough. This is something I would love to be able to do, and to be able to do it, it's amazing. So, I think we'll end episode 1 here. But yeah, that's kind of the basis of the game. The game is just, you do a lot of racing, you do special events, demolition derbies, and stuff like that. Hopefully in the second episode we'll be able to have a demolition derby, and I can show you how it is. It's so much fun. Oh my god, it's so much fun. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I hope y'all enjoyed this series, because I know I will. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like below. If you want to see more content from Diecast of Fate, please subscribe. We're a small but growing YouTube channel. We need all the help we can get. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you have a great one. And Diecast of Fate, signing off.